Howdy folks, my name's Darren from RC Scale Models, and today we have another kit. This one's from Hobbyboss. I've had this for a while now, it's in my stash. I've come to realise that it's got some extra features that I want for my upcoming diorama, the railway diorama one. If you look here and here, it has a rubber boot type system to go over the gun for transport, and this is one of the vehicles I want on one of my flatbeds. And the second flatbed would possibly be a Tiger or something. But let's take a look at what we get inside this box. Like I say, it's Hobbyboss, it's 1/35 scale, it's German Panzerkampfwagen 4 D version. I believe it's 4. So it's one of their old style boxes from Hobbyboss. They don't really do this type of packaging anymore. It's it's different style. It's 80132 for the kit. You do get two marking options. I noticed with this kit as well, when I get to it, this marking option B, they give you the decals for it, but they give you no paint guide, so I don't know what's up with that. Plus one of the paint guides is slightly wrong. They call out just for grey, but it turns out to be the early version of the grey and brown, but I'll talk about that when I get to it. So what's inside the box? It's typical Hobbyboss's sturdy boxes. I do like their boxes because they're really thick cardboard and really sturdy. You've got your worksheet. It's loaded with plastic, nicely separately bagged, as Hobbyboss and trouble to kind of do that stuff. So let's take a closer look. First we work with the instruction sheet. Typical Hobbyboss, a little bit of warnings and stuff. In the first 2 pages, it's all stuff that's within the kit. Good way of checking to make sure everything's there. They don't use rubber tracks in this kit, so I think this is one of their early kits that transferred over to making plastic tracks. So link tracks, which I like. So we don't have none of them horrible rubber tracks. So we do have a piece for the hull, and you have to have 2 sides, so it's not a bathtub hull. You do have to build this up. We do get some shells within the kit, but I'm not sure where they're visible. We get some photo etch parts. We get 2 types of upper hull. For some reason, I don't know what the difference are, but these dark grey segments are pieces that are not needed. You get some metal cable, so it is a nice touch. So starting off straight away, you're working on suspension, road wheels, return rollers, main wheels, drive sprockets, that kind of thing, pretty standard. And the lower hull is the lower chassis section of the hull, 2 sides, and you've got these support pieces and the rear going together to make up the lower hull section. Once that's done, you've got these little pins down the bottom here to attach along the bottom for suspension. Turn the vehicle over, you have some support brackets, and then you have these pieces on the rear. Is to do with the suspension as well, for the wheel attached to. Not 100% sure what they are. And then once you've done all your wheels, you can attach those. I wouldn't glue drive sprocket and return roller, or no, I would leave them loose, so you can adjust the tracks. Upper hull section, you've got your front fenders, support brackets, the turret ring going in, but some sections will give you a question mark, like here, kind of thing, so just be careful because it is optional. This is I1 and A1 is to do with the upper hull section, so there is slight differences. Hatches going in, open or closed option. We have the front, the gun assembly. This is one of the assemble options I was on about. So this section here, sorry, the top one is slightly different to the bottom one, but it's open just so you've got the machine gun visible. The middle one has the cover. So me building it in transport mode, I'm going to want to build the middle one with the cover. We have more hatches, some chain going in, which is TAUCH, I believe. Some more driver hatches. These are engine deck covers, I believe. This one is. And then it goes on to tracks. So it's link and link tracks. So there's individual links. They just clip together. They're saying no glue, but I don't know how well they will work. It doesn't say how many you need per link per side. So yes, it does right here. It's 98 links per side, roughly. Turn your attention to the back of the tank again. So you have more detail parts, more fenders, exhaust going in, which is 2 halves. These are fenders, which is done, exhaust. Again, now main gun itself, this section here comes as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces for the main gun. But if you want the cover, it comes as one complete molded piece, and then you have to attach the rubber boot, which covers the gun mantlet. And if you're building the gun mantlet without the rubber boot, then you just build it as standard. The breech as well, so there is a little bit of detail inside. So if you do have the hatches open on the turret, there is a little bit of detail in there. There is a little bit of a turret basket and a couple of seats. The roof, the turret, gun mantlet all goes together, attaching the seat inside the turret ring. Don't mind about the cat being in the way. We have commander's cupola and hatches, open or close option, which is a nice touch again. There are some clear parts that go in there as well. We have the side hatches on the turret, open or closed. We have cleaning rods going in as well. We have the jack block being built, some lights, side fenders, so it's all the tools and fire extinguisher and stuff like that all going in. All this kind of stuff I build separately and paint separately and stick on at the end. That's how I like to do mine. More tools, spades, axes, crowbars, that kind of thing. So spare tracks as well. The other side is more tools and equipment. You do get a square piece for a ditching log. You might want to swap that out for a proper piece of wood or something. Actually, sorry, tell a lie. They give you the brackets, but the actual piece is not included. So you can attach that yourself. Spades, the jack comes as several parts. Tow cable is copper wire, and then the end's got to be glued in, and then wrap it around a certain way. This piece on the back of the vehicle, I'm not 100% sure what that is. It's smoke something rack. I'm not sure what that means. And then your colour call out, so unfortunately you're in black and white, but they're calling out for these to be just in German grey. And then some more options here. They give you all German grey colours, but looking at reference material, this tank here from Germany 1940 is serial. The number on the side of the tank is 342. Turns out it's actually painted in German grey and brown, and this one is just German grey as standard. This is grey, but like I say, within the kit you get these extra markings. Yeah, this sheet here with the extra markings, there's no colour call out for this, so I don't know why they've missed it out, but the colour call out for this is just German grey on the reference material. I have that on this vehicle, so I probably will do this one because I do like the red numbers, they stand out. So I'll possibly be doing the 321. As for the other markings, these are just in white. Don't know how well the camera can pick this up. but they're in white. You've got 231, 242 and 632. Tiny bit of photo etch, some of the chain and support brackets. So as the kit itself, in no particular order, so just grab a bag and work my way down. There's quite a few parts in this for a Hobbyboss kit. So we have 2 of these sprues, and these are sprue S, so they contain suspension parts. These are suspension parts. These are your end caps for your transmission, covers as well, more suspension parts. These are plugs, leaf springs come as separate parts. You have to build them up, so it's a little bit complex, more than usual, but nicely detailed, nice and crisp. There's a couple of ejector pins on certain faces, but these facings are facing the actual tank itself where the glue point is, so you're not going to see them anyway. But it's nicely detailed, these 2 parts. You get 2 more parts in this bag, are some wheels, the dry sprockets. So 2 dry sprockets and turn rollers. So again, it's made as multiple parts to make up the detail. I can understand why they do that, to get the complex shape. A little bit of flash here and there, but that's to expect. I got no problems with that, easy clean up. And these parts are S2. We have 1 in this bag. And this is sprue B. So we have part of the turret basket. This is the catch basket for the shells to go into. This is your part of your gun, separate parts. Here's part of your gun as well. This is part of the commander's cupola. This is part of the gun manlet. This is one of the doors, so nicely done. Come to think of it, I don't remember seeing those shells in the instructions, so unless they're there as a extra so you can use them as a diorama or something, but I don't remember seeing them actually used on the vehicle. So this one here is sprue D, and this contains a lot of tools. So you've got your jack parts, crowbar, ends for your tow cable. These are cleaning rod parts, spade, more tools. These are tools as well. There's the jack block part of it. So yes, we've got a lot of small detail parts on here, so just be careful taking them off the sprue, but it's nicely done. So we have this sprue as well. This sprue contains a lot of parts as well. This is C, so this is part of the side vehicle, the vents, a couple of tools, support brackets. These are fenders. This is your front hatch over the front. These are the hatches for it. Turret ring as well. Doesn't have any moulded teeth on it. exhaust. These parts are the back of the vehicle. I remember seeing those. So I see these are quite complex shapes to do sometimes on a Panzerwagen. So I've done it separately. So this one contains upper hull section and the transport covers for your gun. So this is the parts I'll be needing. On the real vehicle they're like a rubber cover that they've done and moulded in plastic. So here are the covers, and this is the and the main gun is moulded in one piece, slide moulded, but it's got one whole tyre cover. So if you look at the end of it, it's sealed up as well because it is the cover. These are the covers as well to go over the front of the mantlet. More fenders, fine detail parts, pipes. This is, I need this piece, not this piece. I'm going to need this piece for the one I'm doing. This is the main upper hull section, or one of them. There is another piece on the next bag, but again I can't really tell the difference. But it's nicely done. So engine deck covers, main turret, drivers and whatever's hatches. So here's the second sprue. Again, this is the upper hull, but I couldn't tell the difference between this one and the second one. I will show you both and see if you can work it out. But I couldn't see the difference between this one and this one. I couldn't see what's changed. We have the side fenders. This is the front part that goes over here. Sorry about that. Right, so as I say, you've got the upper hull section, a different type. Some covers the rear of the vehicle. These are the sides where the suspension parts go, so it is nicely detailed. From here, in the black greyish plastic, you've got the separate links for the tracks. In this bag is the lower hull. So here's the lower hull section. So you've got your two sides and the rear to go on in the front. And it's piece F1. Seems to be nicely detailed. Here's a little bit of tow cable. We have two sprues here, the same, and these are different parts. You've got E8, E6 and E7 on here. So these are just more detailed parts in general. It looks like this kit's made of multiple parts from multiple kits, and they've just shoved loads of different parts into a bag and box to make up this kit. We have a bag of parts here. These look like the road wheels. So 4 of these are the road wheels, moulded separate. There are separate tyres, which is on the next lot of bags. We have these in here, looks like the end caps for them as well. In here we have more wheels and tyres separately, so that's easier for painting. So we have a stack of 4 in this one. So there's 4 of these, and now W. So these circles are the tyres, and then you've got your main wheels separately, so easy for painting instead of having to mask them up and whatever. And you've got parts of your suspension, plastic polycap type pieces. There are a couple more bags. So these are the last pieces. So you have your turret, your turret is moulded as one piece, and then you have those pieces in the middle, little brackets of some sort. It's nicely done. Couple of clear cupolas and some lights, pretty standard. And then you get this bag of shells, which again they have them in the kit and they don't really show you what they're for. They look like shells to me, I'm not 100% sure if they are. You do have these two pieces for inside the lower hull for support, and you get 4 stacks of these, 5 stacks of these even. And they're these pieces here, and they look like shells but without any end caps. As I say, I just really don't know what these are for. Actually, these look like little bolts as well. So they might not even be shells, they might be pieces on the end. Strange. So there you are, folks. There's another kit from Hobbyboss. It's their 1/35 scale German Panzerwagen 4 Alpha G. With transport covers and stuff like that, and pretty good kit, I think. It's going to be nicely done. Should go together nicely. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.